Hello and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we have Lucas Richards, the missionary director of a Greek-side church who went to Africa, Liberia to be precise, for missionary works. First of all, what is with these missionary workers to Africa? First, it was the female one who got deported recently because they suspected her of unaliving children. And now we have this one. Okay, so let's get into these videos. First of all, I'm gonna play Lucas explaining the side of his story, like what really happened, because as we speak now, he's he's in custody. And then I'm gonna play the video of the young lady he tried to unalive, okay, just to hear her side of the story. So let's get into these videos and then we're gonna talk.
She asked me to help her with $150 US, which I do monthly. I went there to her parents' house after I ran a few errands in town. I think you have some of my receipts over there.
Okay.
I go and I give her the $150. She gives it to her mom. Her brother was there too. She asked me for milk, cornflakes, and a few other things. And so the two of us went from right there. They live around something shop junction. And I carried her to Harbell supermarket. We bought cornflakes, we bought all of those things. And even if the receipts are gone right now, you can even ask Harbell, they can show you footage of us going there together. Why would I be buying these things for someone who's going to hurt me? Then from there, we decided that I could drop her. I don't have to take her back to her parents, and that I could drop her there because at Bonneville Highway, she would get a motorbike and she would get back. So I pulled the car. The first area where there was like coal tar that you could pull off in the main coal tar, I pull off. I put my trafficators on. Because two things. She's getting a motorbike to go back home, and I needed to check my back right tire because I've been having a problem with that tire. And I could feel when I was driving that something was not correct. So while she was waiting for motorbike, standing on the coal tar, I'm down there literally trying to jack up my thing.
Okay. So you went for her to her house. Yes. And took her to the supermarket.
Yes.
Your boy where you're feeling buying.
Right.
So in her direction, she was getting on bike to go back home.
No, after the supermarket, we drove for a small time to lecture. Then she said she would take motorbike to go home. Because, I mean, the cornflakes and everything fit inside plastic.
Her parents know you?
Yes.
Her parents knows you?
Yo.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because I asked their blessing, and when we were starting to have a relationship, but going back to the story, she's standing on the side of the coal tar, and I'm standing there doing this with the jack thing, and next thing I know, a motorbike comes out of nowhere and hits her, and she goes into a ditch, because right after this coal tar, it's like a little extra coal tar on the side of the coal tar. Right after that is just a big ditch.
Okay.
The motorbike hit her, she fell backwards and rolled into that ditch. I think she even fell backwards and hit the edge of the coal tar because she had blood coming. But she rolled backwards into there. At that point, I leave what I'm doing and I go to check on her and help her out and ask her if she's okay. I bring her up onto the coal tar. And at this point, this motorbike driver that just hit her is yelling out to other motorbikes, KK, whatever that's driving by, and this big lorry, big red truck that was carrying, I don't know, a dump out truck, something like that, telling them that I hurt the girl, that I did something to the girl. I don't know how they were saying, but they were yelling it out, screaming it out, and so they're stopping, and all these motorbike guys are stopping, and they're vexed at me. I'm walking around the front to go get in the car. She was walking around the front with me. She goes around the front and she's coming to get in the car. Then something goes through the window and comes and hits me right here on the head. And when it hit me, I did like this on the steering wheel. And one of the guys took a big stick and started pounding. He came in front of the Land Cruiser and he started pounding on the thing. And so at this point, she's telling me to go. She would be okay as me then, because they think they're probably going to get money from me. I had $400 US in my pocket. No, 350, because I gave her 150. I had $350 US in my pocket right here, and some small in my wallet right here. It was becoming so bad, and the truck believed that I was doing something wrong, so he was wanting to stop me. She's telling me go, and everything that I've heard about motorbike drivers in Liberia is that if something happens, you will always run, especially if you're from outside, because they think they can get money from you. So I hit the gas and I start going. I didn't hit nobody. I even hit before I put it in gear. I did like this so that they backed up, and then I went. And of course, the motorbikes were following me, and the motorbike that hit her already had his motorbike out of the something. All I remember is that it was a red motorbike with a license plate in front. That's all I remember about it. But when they started following me, and I didn't know where to do. The only thing I knew was go to the first police officer that I could see.
Okay.
So what is the relationship between this guy and
So I get to the first area where there's a police officer, and that police officer was so scared because he got hit with the same things they were chumping at me. They busted all my windows. You can look at that Land Cruiser. They busted all my windows.
I saw it.
They hit that police officer. He told me to keep going to the next police. He was going to try to stop these people. But that didn't work. Finally, when I reached to the I don't remember the exact how you call that area, but that goes on to the Walla. The police officer came and said, let me drive. Sorry, I'm still bleeding.
Okay, so that is Richard's side of the story. I'm gonna try and explain what this young lady is saying at the end of this video. I've just realized that she was using her native language. Okay, so make sure you stick around and watch this video up to the end. But for now, let's get into the stitches, because of course, this video got stitched, and I'm sure it will take you some. The stitches will make you understand a lot of this. I'm just gonna try and explain what she was saying in this video at the end of this video. So make sure you watch this video up to the end. Let's get into the stitches.
This piece of shit is Lucas Richard. And Lucas Richard is your standard garden variety white savior that should have never been allowed anywhere near Africa. Now, Lucas is married to Lois, and they have a YouTube page where they document their missionary work in Liberia. But here's the thing. This is Jessica Lloyd, Lucas's wife that he took, that he didn't want the church or his wife to find out about. Not to mention that she got pregnant also. And during that pregnancy, he provided her with so-called supplements that led to her miscarriage. But if that's not enough, Lucas attempted to murder Jessica here. Yeah, Lucas, that makes a lot of sense that after she gets the money, she's going to leave her parents' house with you in your vehicle and go to the store. But after she gets the bags, of course, she's going to just tell you to drop her off at some secluded location where she can get a motorbike and go back home on. Yeah, that's the story Lucas told when he thought that Jessica was dead. But Jessica survived. But Creekside Church here, the church that Lucas got his funding from, that he was a member of to be in Liberia with his wife, they released the following statements. Please pray for Creekside supported missionaries Lucas and Louis Richard. Lucas was attacked and robbed in Liberia today. His phone and money was stolen and their vehicle was damaged. We'll add more details as we learn them. Thank you. That post and that Facebook page have since disappeared. So let this sink in. In the face of more details, Creekside Church chose to shut down their Facebook page instead of making a statement that included, I don't know, maybe sending thoughts and prayers to Jessica. Yeah, of course not. Moving right along. Lucas here is just another example that at the intersection of race, religion, and white savior complex lives the death of black people. But have no fear. Some streaming service like HBO Max will pay Richard for a 3-part documentary, just like they did Renee Bach, to tell his side of the story and also make him out to be the victim. And he will have some line like she said about she took one for the white race in Uganda. He will probably say the same thing about Iberia. Yeah, I said what I said.
Hello, I said I want to stay on social media, but this other topic here got me like grief within my spirit, and I have to put my 2 senses there, right? Back to the colloquy. Brother Lucas, right? You went over there on missionary work. We understand, okay? You went over there on missionary work. You started exploring the chocolate city. In the process of exploring the city, you met a very beautiful chocolate. You tasted the chocolate. Now you were no longer interested in your old vanilla that you left in Iowa. Okay? And that's fine. That's fine. You have the right to love and affection and whomever you want to marry to or whoever you want to divorce. That is your fucking business. Nobody cares. But what you did wrong was attempting to murder our sister. Attempting to murder our sister. That is the stupidest, that is the most wickedest evil on the highest degree. Okay? Because you're trying to seal the evidence of you having extramarital affair. That's not how life works. Okay? If you like chocolate, there's a saying that says when you go black, you can't go back. If you like the chocolate, all you should have done was call your woman in Iowa, your vanilla. Call her and tell her, say, Ma, I've been in Liberia too long. I've been in Chocolate City too long. I tasted the chocolate. There's no going back to vanilla. Vanilla ain't got no taste. Okay? And then just tell her. Tell her you also adopted some of the culture because the girl mother said that you paid a dowry and you said she was going to be your second wife, which they were willing to accept you because that's cultural. All you should have done, call your vanilla in Iowa. Tell her, say, Ma, I've been in Liberia too long. I adapted some of the culture and I love the culture. I tasted the chocolate too good. There's no need. I'm coming to that. The organic chocolate that I tasted out of Liberia too damn good. I'm coming back to that artificial vanilla. That's all you should have done. But you do it instead. You wanted to cut the girl. You want to kill the girl to seal the evidence. What kind of man are you, man? Come on. This is so... I'm disgusted. That some of y'all can make it people not want to go to church. People not want to go to church. How can you say you're working for God? You dare to help poor people. And then you're taking advantage of people at a point that you want to murder somebody because you want to come back to your vanilla. You want to seal the evidence. Come on now, brother. If you're going to say, accept Jessica as your second wife, even though it happened, you know, no one is perfect. No one perfect. Things happen in their life here. We're going to celebrate you. You're going to make the news among Liberians. And probably contribute towards your wedding. But the kind of shit that you did, attempting to kill our sister in Liberia, and you think you'll get away with it in your church over here talking about they rob you. How long you been in Liberia? Nobody rob you. That right now they come and rob you. Y'all Liberian people, that one thing I want y'all to know in Liberia, just because you see The white men come to Liberia, they not mean that they are your savior. Okay, some of them are psychopath and some of them are coward. Keep your eyes open, be vigilant, watch. Some of these people are crime. They commit crime. They are not productive here in the U.S. and they just go over there to make themselves feel that they're doing something. You got to be vigilant, my people. That lady P talking. Now, all I got to say to you, Jessica and the rest of the Liberian, y'all be vigilant. Don't just follow stranger. Don't open your arms and be colorblind. And again, not all white people are bad, but some are ridiculous because of what he did to you. Now all I get to say that my two cents in it. Y'all have a great day. Bye.
Okay, so because I understand that most of you won't understand what Jessica was saying because she was using her native language, I'm going to try my best to summarize this and tell it as if I'm the one telling it, okay? Yeah, so let's get into this. So this incident happened on 14th September 2023. And according to the story, a group of passerbys overheard a young woman screaming for help in the bush. Upon hearing that, a biker rider went there to see what was happening. Okay, that's when the guy saw Richard holding the head of the young woman to the ground and slicing her throat with a knife. At this point, the rider picked up a stone or a stick to hit Richard in the head. He was trying to stop him from what he was doing. Okay, so Richard and this young lady have been dating for a while now in Liberia, okay? He was doing the work of the Lord, helping the poor and preaching the gospel, okay? So that's how they met, okay? He married Jessica. I'm trying to summarize this because if I start telling word by word according to what Jessica was saying, it's going to take, the next 1 hour. By the way, he was already married. So Lucas Richard was already married and he told this lie to Jessica that the wife was back in the United States. By the way, he's from Louisiana, okay? So he told Jessica's parents that his wife was old and that she gave him permission to marry another wife because he was away. By the way, that was a lie. I mentioned that. Okay, so the mother to Jessica gave Lucas Richard, the permission to marry her. It's quite normal in Africa, a woman can get married to another man knowing that they are already married, okay? And being young, and he had this advantage of being a white man. Okay, so let's proceed. Eventually, Jessica became pregnant. And along the line, Jessica lost her pregnancy. Jessica claimed that Richard at some point gave her what she thought were some supplements. So according to Jessica's mom, she approached Richard, and Richard was sorry. He claimed that he wasn't sure of what he was giving Jessica. He thought there were supplements, okay? Whatever. At this point, Richard's wife was starting to hear rumors, okay? Things were not looking good for Richard. And she confronted him. So in fear of losing everything, the properties back in the US, the reputation, Richard decided to unalive Jessica to save himself. And the rest of everything, guys, you've heard it. Let me know what you think about this story in the comment section below. But before you go, let me just go ahead and show you the comments that were under these videos. Let's read them. Okay, so these are just some of the comments that were under that video. Yeah, and you can go ahead and pause them and just try to read them. Yeah, as you can see, most of them are not siding with Mr. Lucas. Does he deserve to be called Mr. Lucas? Yeah. Okay, so I don't know, guys. Like, this is a lot. Speed it up, bro. Undercover sacrificial missionary. What a shame. Thanks, Daniel. I could not understand much from her. Jessica. Wow. Oh, the God church, the fear, those preachers. The wife looked miserable, literally so wicked. I beg, Liberia, hold him well. Looks, what? Okay, don't leave him go like that. Lucas and Jessica got married. You see, wake up. Like, it's a lot, guys. I don't know. You guys, let me know what you think about this video in the comments section below. Let me go ahead and just leave a link to one of these videos. If you're on TikTok, just click on the link below, and then you're gonna be able to watch the rest of these videos uncensored, because there are certain words in this video that I cannot use here. I'll see you in my next video, guys.